All attendees are in.
Good morning, good morning. Agis, Ralph, Alan, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Okay, let's see what we have. NASDAQ. Ali, good morning. We have to, let's see what we have for the news today. Yesterday's move was all up, and I think it was just a retracement. Today, let's see what we have news-wise. Okay. Coming up, we have crude oil, 1030. And FOMC at 12:45. Nothing serious. Okay, beige book at 2 p.m. So crude at 10:30, and we leave the crude alone for now. I was looking for the market's weakness yesterday, and to start with, it looked okay, but then it went up. It continued up most of the morning, all morning actually, until afternoon. It stopped. It hovered. It started retracing down. The Nasdaq, YM, and the Russell started to retrace back down a little bit overnight. On the Russell, I have a very sensitive level. If we go below it, we might have more weakness. 1700 area is your cutoff area on the Russell. So we will have do or die. Meanwhile, I'm expecting 1700 to hit. Did I mention 1700 yesterday on the Russell by any chance?
1703. 1703.
Thank you. Good morning, Daryl.
Good morning, Simon. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, 1700 area. Yeah, it's a
Yep.
do or die level. So I think somehow the market is going to be really attracted to this level today. And I would say RTY still attracted to 1700 level. Okay. So from my top-down analysis, I'm looking at longer-term charts. I am expecting today 1700 to hit, and this will be your do or die level. If it breaks, we can have a major move down, but that will be tough to break. That's a very strong support level. Good morning, Sarwan. And the main chart that I'm looking at is the daily on the Russell, and that's telling me that this information. for now, that's what I have on the Russell. I lost my levels on gold and instruments. The charts restarted by themselves overnight, so I lost all. I did not save the lines that I put on gold. But what was the line on gold that I said, or the box that I said if it, hold on, maybe I know, here.
1194.
Yeah, it was right here. I said this level is going to be important on gold. Look at the daily. Yeah, so leave it for now. Save, good morning. Nasdaq is sitting at a support now. Uh, 7,500 is your stop loss on Nasdaq. 7,500 is your stop loss on Nasdaq. 75, just below 7,500. I'm gonna go long on Nasdaq. Please go long on Nasdaq. 7501 area is good. Sell stop will be about 74.99. I want to go for a scalp first target. 7 ticks first target is good, but the stop loss is pretty small, folks. Very, very small, okay? You see it's a very, very small stop, just below the low. So I like these odds, okay? No, I am not shorting the RTY. I said it might come back down. It's bearish. The Nasdaq long is going to be a scalp and going to be a retracement. I would, if it holds, it might go just maybe for about 10 points maximum. But if it doesn't hold, then the stop loss is what, 2 points, no more. It's a very, very small stop, tiny stop, but it's a scalp. I'm looking for a retracement. That's all. So probably all the way to 75, 12, 13, if it holds. If it doesn't hold, that's fine. It's only what, 6, 7, 8 ticks maximum, depending on your entry, right? Very small stop. It's actually, yeah, 8 ticks. I like these odds. If it holds, and if it doesn't hold, still very small stop. That was out. Morning, Gary.
Or Gary.
Thank you, Chris. Good morning. Morning, Balraj. So this was a kind of scalp that I would. These are the scalps that I like. If the potential was 10 points or 20 points as well, but the stop loss was very small, and I like these odds. Now overall, this is my Nasdaq uh, level. I have a level here on Nasdaq, right where it stopped here. And if it breaks, if it goes lower, I am seeing a potential Nasdaq to come back down to this level. So Nasdaq, if it breaks this area, I have a move all the way down here. And if this area breaks, this is your do or die, 74, 76 area, 75. I see, remember that do or die level that I mentioned on the RTY? Same thing here. This will be your down or up. Make sense? This area has to break. So thanks, John. Looking at YM. YM is more bearish than any of them at this time. YM is really bearish between this upper line, between here. I'll put a blue a line, okay, and this lower line. We have a possible move on YM between these two if it remains. So I will try and maybe find a retracement to get a good entry point on the YM. Okay. Good morning, Gabriel. Crude keeps going up. We have inventory report today, so I'll be extremely careful. Now, the YM, although I see it going down, it looks the weakest at this time. But I don't like to get involved uh, simply because I don't know my stop loss. I have to know my stop loss. I have to know my risk ahead of time. For those who are with us as trial attendees, especially if this is your first day, if you missed yesterday and Monday, um, I need to know, and this is what I also teach my members, we need to know the stop loss ahead of time. And for example, the stop loss that I put on the NASDAQ for this quick long that I was looking into, uh, 74.99. Yes, it got stopped out, but at least I knew, because 74.99, if that was to hit, I knew it was coming back down lower. And it did come back down to what, 15, 16 ticks below that. So there's no need to have a bigger risk if you knew ahead of time. The only market that is moving fast is the crude now. Again, folks, with patience, yes, it is normal to have uh, some slow days, some fast days. It's all part of the game. But with patience, you'll always able to find some good moves if you know how to use volume profile and the levels where the market is supposed to reverse. Wait for it to come to you. Looking at crude, we have upper resistance on crude between here and here. We have some upper resistance on crude, which is a 20 tick span area. I'm not going to interfere with it at this time before the crude inventory report, which is coming up at 10:30. On Nasdaq, I see some attraction here. I don't know if the market will be fast enough to get it, but with Nasdaq, I'm not surprised really to see big moves within seconds. Any questions while we're waiting for something? Market is opening in about 8 minutes from now. 8 minutes from now. I don't see any immediate need or any immediate trades at this time. Good morning, Leo. Initially, my first call was a quick scalp. I was hoping for it to hold, but I was hoping for it to continue all the way up to 75.24. But 75.10 to 15 area was my main target. It's about, I would say now it's about 50-50 from here, but I don't like it. But you never know. There's a traction higher. We are sitting at a level that is a minor do or die. If we break the blue line here, we might come back down lower to this blue line. And from there, the Nasdaq has to make a decision. I think the market will be slow until we get to the opening of 9:30. So be patient, please. Market is opening within 2 minutes possible, or 2.5. I mean. Possible the Nasdaq to go up, but again, it's 50-50 at the open. There is an attraction, as I mentioned, higher on all three of them. You see the Nasdaq YM and RTY. We have attractions higher, so I would not touch it now. the Nasdaq is breaking the blue line. They broke the upper blue line. It's coming down to the lower blue line, just like I anticipated. It might not be a smooth move. That's why I'm just holding, waiting. I will see what the Nasdaq wants to do once we get this area to this box. It's too early to make decisions because of the noise that happens at the open. There's a traction here at 24 level, which I'm really worried about unless we stay below the blue line. A jump above the blue line, it's going to show strength on the Nasdaq. Yeah, we have some strength now on the Nasdaq. If I find a support, the Nasdaq now is turning bullish to 24 area here to this level. Audio is okay now?
Audio's great.
Thank you. We have this blue line here, the 15-minute DRL quick scalp possibility from 75.05, quick scalp short possibility. But again, it's going to be just a call verbally. It's going to be too fast for a trade call type and the on Slack. So let's see if it holds here. We're gonna if I get a chance to call it short from 75.05 level, I will. The YM is going up. I expected that because we had the attractions higher. We have support at 88. You see this here, 88. Again, none of these areas tradable due to lack of stop loss, small stop losses. But there's support right at 88, right here, a little bit. See, it just bounced up, just a few ticks. Nothing major, so it's not tradable to me. Now we're touching the level where I am. We're touching the level where I think the Nasdaq has to make a major decision and possibly to go up for a big move. So let's wait, see if I can find a good entry point here. Let's see, let's wait. I'm waiting. I need to find a good entry level on this. Expecting a big move up from here, but if it doesn't hold, I have to be careful about my stops too, right? Yeah, I think it's it's gone. It's gone. You see, folks, I was able to plot this move ahead of time. You see this? So now I anticipated the move. Anticipation is key to any successful trading. You have to anticipate your moves ahead of time. And if the market doesn't go according to what you anticipate, just let it go, leave it alone. So the issue I had with this is I wanted to find a good entry point to call it long. But if anybody took it, you're good. It's going to come to 75.25 most likely. Anybody in? Very good, Leo. I hope you took some profits. I was hoping to catch it below 78 or even 74, 75, but it is what it is, folks. It is going to struggle, but the Nasdaq went exactly as I plotted. Wow. How many of us here can plot the trade ahead of time? You only wait for confirmations. What is a triangle? No, this was a pure volume profile, Patrick. You know, this was a continuation zone, and this was a rejection zone, and this was a do or die level. It's all in the volume profile. Yeah, this is the do or die level right here. I said this is the do or die level. However, I was expecting a bigger move up though. Let's see. Because the level that it touched, it's a major do or die level. It's not something small. It is major. So I was expecting a bigger move. Let's see. I mean, it's still above it, right? So Yeah, Nasdaq is bullish, folks. You have to use your averaging technique if anybody wants to benefit from it. If anybody wants to benefit from this move, it is an averaging technique. There, we missed our biggest opportunity at the bottom, but it is going up. And if anybody tried to take it to get it from here, 90, 85, 84, I don't think you should give it up easily. You should keep it. And we have 75.04 to be a major target here, and then 75.25 your next major target, and hopefully it's going to hold to 75.45. We're looking at a 50 points, 60 points move. Okay. If you took it multiple times and took profits, good for you. Try and hold one or two contracts. At this time, the stop loss is all the way down below this box, so you have to use your risk reward management with your size of the account that you're trading. Or if you're trading sim, I don't think you should worry about that. Yeah, Therefore, you need to, get out of these trades. Try and take profits. Who's in the Nasdaq by any chance? And depends. No, Leo. It depends on the move. Sometimes we would have. Yeah, that's a good idea. However, it depends on the move and what is the stop and what am I looking at. If I had caught this, if I had called this trade at the bottom, my first target would have been a lot bigger than just a few ticks, because this is a major reversal. It's not something that you could, you know, um, take slightly. That's why this is a major reversal, meaning it could go to 10 points easily, 20 points, and even 50 points easily, because this is a major reversal I see on the NASDAQ. So, but if I scalp and if the market is very hesitant, I would rather get 7, 8, 10, 15 ticks first target on the first two so I can secure the runner. Just like you saw Monday, Tuesday. Like on Monday, we had two trades, and both of them with the same style gave us 185 ticks combined. Yesterday, I had three trades, all of them winners. But because I do that style, I have the style. All three of them got stopped out, but after the first target. So all three of them turned out to be winners, small winners though, right? So, and even today's trade, the first call that I made, it was a very small 2-point stop on the Nasdaq. So yes, it depends on the style, and that with that style you will learn, and you'll be able to apply it and use your own style. You can adapt it to yourself, to whatever system or whatever style you like. Short term, mid term, long term. You can use it for options, etc. So And even with trailing stops, Leo, I don't trail stops unless I see a new smart stop level. It has to make sense. I don't do trailing stops randomly. Yeah, based on VP, exactly. Volume profile, short-term volume profile, and mid-term volume profile. I break it down, and you can jump your stop loss according to the volume. Yes. Um, I will look into it. I have to look at my traction levels, but it is a major reversal level between this line and the magenta line below. Um, we might not get there though, Mark. That's why if anybody has likes to trade long term with bigger stops and likes to average trades, knowing that the market is going up, this is their chance. This is not something you do with a small stop with a small account. No, this is you do with a bigger account. But again, even with bigger accounts, I don't think you could do a huge amount of contracts. This is the stop loss is bigger. You have to be aware of that. I will see if we get to the lower level, but for now, this is the only advice I have, folks. Who's in? Yeah, I understand. Um, Again, if you're in this suggested trade call, please make sure you take profits as you go and don't leave yourself exposed. So if you take, let's say, 20 ticks on two contracts, that's 40 ticks. Have a stop loss at 40 ticks or 38 ticks or 39, whatever. As long as you don't lose if you get stopped out. Let's wait. Um, 75 is your last point of defense area, and for those who are looking for a big, small stop, 76 to 75 is your best bet. If it stops at 75, 76, 75, I would call it long with a maybe 3-point risk maximum. Okay. If anybody doesn't want to wait, this is the best level now for this area to start your. Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. No, no, that's it. No, didn't stop at 75. Didn't stop at 75. Leave it alone. Okay. Nasdaq is going to be possibly now. Hold on. Just give me a second. We have a stop loss around 60. Next one. I will try and see if there's a stoppage here, a level here on Nasdaq. Wait 1 second, folks. Give me a second. Last point of defense on Nasdaq is coming up. Hey, 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 come back. This was your last point of defense that happened because of the volume. I just saw volume building up here. So I think I'm more comfortable with the Nasdaq here. If it comes back down for a good entry point, I would call it again long. It is a very, very strong level, stronger than even before. I just saw some volume. One second. The Nasdaq is the only one that is moving, so I'm not surprised. I don't want to lose my patience and get in prematurely. I'm waiting for the best opportunity. I see a major level here. If it holds now, here now, it's changed now. Yeah, it's too fast. It's too fast. Wait for it. Come on, buddy. My final point of defense is around 60, so I want to make sure that I get in, call it. But if we get in, folks, make sure that you take at least first target 10 ticks. But for now, I'm waiting. I don't see anything yet. Not yet. It's going to be very hard to type it. This is going to be just um, a room call. So get ready. Okay, get ready. Wait. Wait. 60 is the stop for now. If we take first target, we're gonna move it. Come on. Don't go yet. It's not giving me a chance. That's okay.
Come back down. Come on.
It's okay. I don't think it's coming down again. But yeah, listen, you never know. Anybody grabbed it around here 64, 65, 60 being the stop? Yeah, it is wild.
You know why MQ is wild today, don't you? Apple has its big presentation on its new product coming out. What is it, iPad or iPhone?
Wow. Yeah, that is about what, 12:45, Patrick? Come on, Nasdaq.
What's about 12:45? The Apple presentation?
No, it's talking about FOMC number,
Oh, gotcha.
Patrick. '68 we have support. This area we have support. Problem is, I needed to stop and prove itself that it's going to stop before I call it. If any break below here, well, we will have an issue, big issue. Get ready. Get ready. Let's get ready for a long on NASDAQ. Let's get ready for a long on NASDAQ. Let's get ready for a long on NASDAQ. It's going to be a call just in the room. Let's go now. Long on NASDAQ. Let's go long on NASDAQ. You know my stop loss is 60. And if it hits, so be it. First target, I recommend 10 ticks, 15 is okay. It's very slow, sorry, very strong. That might take us out. The closer to 60, the safer, but again, it's going to take it. It did not touch 60. It touched 60 now. That was it. That was the only level that I had, but the NASDAQ wants to come back down lower. This was a buy zone area, but not anymore. I don't like it anymore. 60 was my last point of defense. I don't like it anymore. Quick short break, folks. I'll be right back. RTY is coming back down, most likely, to this level. However, we have support in the area, so I would not risk it. The only low risk trade I had was the 60 level here. I see 74.50, yes, Leo, I see 40 exactly, so I see more. I see also, look at the arrow, I also see 7400, but apparently the NASDAQ is going to be in a hesitation mode until further notice. So for now, I will leave it alone. I'll take a short break. I'll be back in 5 or 6 minutes. I'm back. Any questions? Just to show you, markets sometimes is not kind. You have to be careful. You have always keep a small stop. Know your stop losses. This morning I plotted this move down from this line to this line, and exactly it happened. I saw this happening. I could not find any entries. The only entry that I had was long, and I kept saying it's going to go. This is a major support area. It's going to go long. Even then, I waited for it to come back down to the last point of defense. 60 was my last point of defense. You see this 60, 74, 60. And even then, although we took it very close to 60, it was stopped out. So um, you have to know your stops. You have to know your directions. You have to anticipate the moves ahead of time. And crude, I plotted this morning. I said this is a major resistance on crude, and the only reason I'm not interfering with the crude is because we have inventory report in a few minutes, in about 8 minutes or so. Looking at gold, again, Ralph, gold is still in the same level for many days now. Look, it has to break out. If it breaks out above this knife level, Ralph, it's going to probably go long all the way to 1208 area today, 1206. But it's going to be a very tough level. If it breaks again, if it breaks this area, we can see 1208. So 1206, 1208. I also mentioned the RTY, the Russell attracted to 1700 level. So I think we see that happening now soon. This is an hour and 30 minutes almost into the session, and the market moved a bit late, but it moved after. We also mentioned Nasdaq, if it breaks this box area, and we have 7,400 level next. So now we are more bearish on Nasdaq. The only issue I have now is the RTY is gonna probably have a big support around 1,700. So I have to make a decision on both. Maybe the Nasdaq will come back down for a support level too. So let's wait. Folks, any questions? No, the order flow, Leo, is embedded into the indicators that we use. So basically, I use these magenta lines here that show up, and also I use the overall volume profile. Overflow is a bit tricky and not stable. 10:30, crude inventory report. Um, on crude, I have um, this is a do or die level as I mentioned, but you see 70, very clear profit taking if anybody took a short or in the crude, but I would not get involved in this crude at this time. Look at the RTY, the Nasdaq. Wow. RTY really coming back down hard to 1700 level. Nasdaq coming back hard down. On Nasdaq, I would like to find a good retracement. Hopefully, I could find a good retracement. YM, we have support in the area. Do I have a confirmation though? Just give me a second. Let me look at the long term. It's within the continuation zone. Folks, on NASDAQ, I've been looking towards, what price was it? 73.60? What,
Yesterday we were looking at 7,400.
what about 73.60? I lost my charts and I had to restart. So I have to save all these lines.
Yes, 73.60. Yes.
73.60, it was something that I mentioned.
Yep.
So really, I mean, it is getting weaker and weaker with time, unless it bounces from here. 7,400, I don't think so. Even 7,400 is not going to hold it, because we have 7,400, and then after that we have 73.60, unless it holds from here. Exactly, John. Exactly. That's exactly right. Good job. Good eye. Look at that 30-minute chart. Good eye, John. So we expect the top of that knife to be a short, right? Yeah, let me see if I have anything to entertain for a short. Today, after that major break happened on the Nasdaq, I'm finding it hard to find small stops or stops in general. It's a scalper's market now. It's just a scalper's market. Let me repeat. Once we broke that major level on Nasdaq, and even on RTY, when we started coming down hard to this level, I'm finding it very hard to get small stops, or stops in general. So it is a scalper's market now, nothing else. So if we decide to scalp, it's going to be in and out first target and then hoping for a big runner. We have some work being done at home, so there's some noise. This is the top of that knife, right? That you saw the bottom of it. This is the top of it, right, John? So you expect the down from here. However, again, I could not find a small stop with a scalp. 74.24, we have another target area for the low, and it's too fast. It has been a very tough market today. Yesterday I thought it was tough, but yesterday at least we were able to get something. It requires more patience today. We have a rule in moves like this, which is a knife. Here, this is a knife area. This just like John says, we call it knife. It's a name that we created in the room. You see this level here, the bottom, and then there's the top of it right here. If the market, if the market bounces from for the first time from a level like this, the bottom of the we call it the knife, there is a 70% chance that the market is coming back down to it. However, you cannot do it randomly. You have to find a good entry point, good stop loss, etc. Does anybody want me to repeat that? The market, the Nasdaq bounced from this level, and John mentioned it bounced off the daily knife. What we mean by the knife, it's a specific volume profile structure, as you see the bottom right here, that forms a shape of a knife like this. You see this? So the bottom of it touched and bounced. This is not a major bounce, but it is a very respectable bounce. And our rule is if it bounces for the first time from the top or the bottom of it, the bottom or the top, for the first time, first touch and bounces, 70% chance it's coming back down to it. However, so that's why I said now we are at the top. This was the top of the knife right here. You see the type of the knife, and the market bounced from it. And I mentioned earlier that this is the top of the knife, and you expect the market to bounce back down. But I could not find a small stop loss, therefore I let it go. But you would see it most likely coming back down, and here it is coming back down to the bottom of the knife. So the knife was in the shape of a volume cluster right here, that the bottom of it was touched twice and bounced, and then the top of it bounced it back. So 70% chance to come back down, and here it is. You're welcome. I'm here, buddy. We're just waiting. You just join. Welcome on board. Yeah, we do have very, um, to me, this is a very hesitant, tough, and aggressive day. So I am waiting um, to see what's going to happen. Don't forget to sign up to our Slack signals because we might have something this afternoon. Yeah, I called two trades. Um, both of them got stopped out though with small stops. I was waiting for them, but the market was just aggressive. Yeah. Overall, I don't chase, I don't risk, so it is what it is. But the week has been good. So the week had we started with 2 trades on Monday, winners. 3 trades yesterday, winners. Yesterday's winners were small, and today the market was really hesitant. 2 small losses. Yeah, I'm waiting for the market to show me something. There is some resistance on Nasdaq around this line here, 70, 74, just below 50 here, 48 area. Let's see how that would behave. Here's the thing. I was expecting this morning when the RTY, the Russell was all the way here, I was expecting it to come back down to this level. And you see it came very close to it. Let's see if it's going to come back and touches this level. Here's your do or die level on the RTY. Expect a possible move, a reversal from here. But again, I have to see my stops. I have to see my entries. Let's wait. It slowed down tremendously, folks. Wow. Any questions, folks? Please don't hesitate. Until I find something, I put my lines up, and I would get a note once I get these lines. Can you explain? Though these lines, attraction level, end of continue. Yes, so that's where I'm looking to maybe if I see the Nasdaq holds this area, although it's ugly, you see between this blue theory between these two blue lines. If I find something here, I'm looking for a further down. So it looks ugly though because I really don't have a valid stop at this time. My stop loss has to be valid. I have to know the level. It looks like it even 52 is possible, so it might go back up to 52. Therefore, the stop loss is for a scalp. That's big for a scalp call. You see how ugly the move has been. If we break Nasdaq a bit lower, I'm expecting the Nasdaq to reach 7,400, which I mentioned this earlier, and I mentioned this actually since the beginning of the week. And we also have 7360 coming up. It all depends on how fast the market's going today. We do have a possible scalp from here on Nasdaq coming up. Maybe if I can call it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. Give me the chance. Give me the chance to call it. I wanted 48, 49, 50 area. Just give me a second. If it gets there and it stops, it's going to be, it wouldn't be bad actually. Let's wait, let's wait, let's wait. Wait, wait, wait. It's still pushing. Wait, wait. I mentioned earlier 51 is also possible. There's 51, so I don't like it anymore. I don't see stops. Uh, I don't see valid stops, so I would leave it alone. Leave it alone. Let me double check. Yeah, sorry folks, I have two different views on this, midterm and short term. So one of them telling me it's going to go higher a little bit, the other one is telling me it's going to come back down. So it is 50-50 on NASDAQ. I would rather leave it alone. Just a quick break, folks. I'll be just a few minutes break. So nothing's changed on the Nasdaq. Let's see what else do we have. Watch for a possibility short now on Nasdaq around this 50. What is it? 53, 54, 56. I'm looking for a possibility short on Nasdaq, and here it is. Short Nasdaq, please. 55, 54 area, whichever you get. Um, the first target will be 52. First target 52, 52. That's a nice first target. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. That's about 13, 12, 15, almost 15 ticks. 52 is your first target. Stop loss will be 57. 58 for now, and now 57. Yeah, there it is, 57. You can get first target, but around now, if you want, you have about 8 ticks profit, because I don't want to get a big move against me. But 52 is my main first target, which I think we hit. Oh yeah, whether you were filled or not, that's a different story. But 52 hit, yes, that's it. 52 hit, not bad. We're good to go. I'm waiting for this to now continue lower, expecting it to come back down to tools, arrow, down to 24. And it got stopped out. You see, and this is the thing that we had yesterday too. First target hits, we get good profit target. This is just like yesterday, folks. We get our first target, right? And then we get stopped out. Still profitable trade, but my least favorite day was yesterday and today too. But again, you have to, you have to keep the safety. You have to keep your stops, etc. I mentioned earlier it's a scalper's market, and it turned to be a scalper's market. Now the Nasdaq is in a continuation zone higher, and I will not be surprised to see the new box, the previous box breaks, and we see a bigger move.
Look at Goldie shooting up there too.
Harold, we have on the you asked me about the Slack channel. If you go to the first page um, of the site, Harold, can you hear me? And you go to September trial, and we have yeah, the Slack channel here. Click on it, join it, and here Slack. Where is it? Slack. Folks, the market is all over the place. So we would rather wait. Wow. Okay. Were you in before? Were you in this channel before? I offered it to students before as a trial as well. That's why. Wow. That Nasdaq is just not kind, huh? Management is important of your trades. Um, for now, I think the Nasdaq is not still not bullish. We still, around this box. If I extend this box, this is the shape of this box. So we have to be aware of this level. It presents a do or die area. Yeah, I like more a short on this one. It is a swing possibility short, folks, on the Nasdaq. Expecting the Nasdaq to break lower, so we have to find a good entry point for a big swing short. I'm expecting the Nasdaq to come to 72, 74.20 area, 74.30 area. So if I find a good entry point, which I think if anybody wants, if anybody is a swing trader or long-term trader, there's a zone above it. You don't want that area to hit for a short. If that area hits, it means it's going to be stronger. So basically, you watch for this level here around this level 96 area. You don't want this area to hit. So anywhere in this area for possibilities, if it stabilizes, I would call it. I don't have stability yet. Not yet. It's trying to break out. For the Nasdaq, this is the level right here that I am thinking this price here. So I'm going to remove everything else. Okay. This is the line that should hold it. The problem is that end of the week in a couple of days and this might be rolling over, right? So the December contract might be in play. So let's see how this would behave. This area, this line. I'm focusing on this line now on Nasdaq. Let's see how this would behave. And I'm expecting if this area holds a very big move down on Nasdaq. Otherwise, it's going to go up to top of this box and even 25, 75, 25. So let's wait and see. YM is pushing higher, which is not helping at all. Was I on mute, Ralph?
Yeah, you're on mute.
I'm sorry. Yes, exactly, Ralph. There's a lot of risk. Um, as I was saying, a lot of risk involved, and the Nasdaq has not been kind. It's been very agile and very dangerous. Many things, including the Apple announcement today, so that there's a big anticipation. But I was thinking, if this level holds, this blue line, we might cover the Nasdaq down all the way down to the bottom of the box. Thanks, Rich. It's not holding. So I've been very careful, folks, extremely careful with this. We will be missing Daryl tomorrow, being our sales manager. He's busy. If anybody has
Yeah.
questions,
Oh, I'm sorry.
no,
Sorry, Simon. Didn't mean to butt in.
no, no.
Yeah, I got a couple funerals to go to, and they're all called the walleyes fishing.
That's funny. That's funny.
I'm heading up to the Boundary Waters. My brother had a spot open, and he gave me a call yesterday, last minute, and said, "Hey, you want to go up?" And we kind of rough it. So if anybody has any questions, and I don't get back to you right away, I won't be back until Sunday night. So any fishermen out there? People love walleye fishing.
I bet Mark has an opinion on that.
Oh, we're out in we got a hike to a certain destination and then canoe for a couple miles, and we're right in the Boundary Waters, right up in Canada. No, it's not my funeral, Mark. It's going to be a funeral for a bunch of walleye.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll get you activated for this week.
No, I've never done tuna fishing. Never done tuna fishing. Not to say I don't want to. How about yourself, Michael? Looks exciting, yeah. Yeah, it does. I've never been on the ocean fishing. Growing up in Minnesota, I grew up with a dad that go out at dawn, come back at dusk, had to beg to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, the YM went through the RL. I see that. No, the fishing programs. Okay. I think to me they look boring. Fishing programs. I don't know. Maybe you never watched the full one.
No, fishing programs, yeah. Not meaning to take away from trading. Boy, the gold is really starting to. It's taking a break from its run up too. Yeah, for all the trial members, shoot me an email. Talked to a couple people this week already on it, and we're going to have a end of the summer special, one-time deal. Give me a shout, shoot me an email. It'll be the best trading decision you ever make in your life. Sometimes there are days like this challenging.
Yeah, it is challenging, but we keep it on the safety side.
But we're fully transparent. We have nothing to hide. I can tell you, bottom line, a lot of the guys in the room already know. I bugged Simon for how many years? 4.5 years before I joined, and got tired of playing with it, put it that way. Mark, at the bank, and the girl looking at my license instead of saying, I see your license.
That's funny, Mark.
I get it now, Mark. I had to read it a few times. Yeah, that's good. See, it just goes to show you guys can do this. I'm slow. A lot of times I'm really slow, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that Simon and the compassion Simon brings to the room in trading. Sometimes the markets are like this. They just completely are very fickle, and it has to do. I mean, even with this tariff talks that are going through it's like crude. Crude has been, as Simon puts it, dumb lately, and it has been.
Yes.
But if you really want to take your trading to another level, to the next level, come join us. Be part of our community. We'd love to have you. I will do anything and everything to help you as much as just like Simon does.
That's funny. Okay, now I see weakness all over Nasdaq. Um,
8 out of 10. I hope that you're in the 20% there, Mark.
Folks, I still want to see the Nasdaq coming down to the as per the arrow. As you see, I want to see the Nasdaq coming down. I was so interested in seeing this holding, and I was about to call it short, but then I thought about it. I don't have a stop loss. I didn't have a good stop loss to call it, and that's why I didn't call it. As a member, if you join us, you will have a few things. Let me see if I can cover them. If you join us, you'll be able to get access to the members area, folks. It is comprehensive education. Very nice, well-organized members area. It has your daily links to access the room. And for example, you have your education, level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 3, for example, look, it covers the volume profile in details, crash course on volume profile, etc. So all these you have, I mean, this is just one section, level 3, advanced. And it's videos, detailed videos. Level 1, it's very basic. Also, you have the indicators here. You can click on the indicators and get the indicators. I mostly use now Sierra charts, but and you have also trade room links and etc. But it is a very comprehensive members area, folks, for anybody who's joining. And talk to Daryl. Although the due date for the price is going to be Sunday, or Monday morning, but he's going away, so he can give you a chance
Yeah,
maybe
I'll
beginning of the
honor it.
week. Yeah.
Yeah. The big thing, like Simon mentioned a couple days ago too, is go into that free education and watch that ADD video. I mean, that's crucial. You got to know who you are as a trader and take the test. Take that little test, determine who you are, and it'll tell you a lot about it. Simon brings a lot of compassion to this room. He brings a whole new level of trading, and he'll teach you patience. That's the big thing. Yep, that adult ADD video. I had to watch it a few times, and I still want to get it where I watch it on a monthly basis because it has a lot of true facts in there. We are here to help you guys. That's the big thing. Take your trading to the next level. That's what a lot of people want. Don't wait 4.5 years to make a decision.
And again, Daryl, I remember we were talking many years ago. But
Yeah.
you had a business to run. You had
Yep.
full-time responsibilities.
Yep.
You had
Yep.
reasons.
Yep. I've been in business for myself. I was doing some other things. Yeah. I had the luxury to be able to do it, and Simon, I was gracious to Simon. He asked me on board, and I don't regret it at all. I love it. I love helping people out, and like I said, I'll bend over backwards for you guys. I ain't gonna give you the store, but I'm gonna tell you, I'll do. We're fully transparent, and it is a terrific, absolutely terrific room. And one of the advantage, like having Slack signals, 24 hours a day. Now, obviously, Simon's not up all wee hours of the morning, but he does monitor it such that when he sees a great and he sets it to Slack, you don't have that in a lot of anywhere else.
Yeah, and the market has been. I mean, if you notice, 2018 has not been as good as other years. The market has been very hesitant. Yet we've been pulling some nice trade calls. I mean, some swings, some scalps, a mix of both. Mostly swings.
Mm-hmm.
We would have our, negative days, but we keep them under control.
Yep. You're going to have that when you're trading. They even talk about September. September is one of the toughest months for trading.
Yes.
People are coming back and into the markets on the floor and stuff like that, and they said the volume comes back, but it's very, very challenging in September.
Any questions for me or Daryl? We said earlier, yeah, no, actually they are. However, the market has been very uh, what do you call it, aggressive in the past 2 days. But they are in play. For example, on September 2nd, the reason why I called the Nasdaq that's going to break down to a major move, which was 200 points, it was because of all the DRLs were accumulating on top for resistance. So from 9 to 12, Monday to Thursday, and the rest of the hours and the week will be on Slack, signals on Slack. So if I find something, I will put it on Slack.
Yeah, Rich, that's 9 to 12 Eastern.
Where are you located, Rich? Yeah, okay. But again, we have full education on the website. During the room hours, 3 weeks a month where we don't have trials, it's completely dedicated to students. If anybody has questions, I will explain. I will talk about things. I will do in front of the students. Might do a top-down analysis.
And since I'm going to be gone tomorrow, you watch. You guys are going to knock it out of the park. You watch all happen.
Yeah.
But I promise I'll catch some nice walleye, and I'll think of you guys too.
Freeze some. Bring them over.
You know, I know I was going to, but apparently, since we're going to be hiking and we don't have access to anything that's going to be able to freeze it or to keep it. So everything we catch, we eat up there.
Yeah, I mean, I was away for 5 weeks, 4.5 weeks, 5 weeks for the summer. And when I came back, it took me longer than usual to adapt. My jet lag was really severe. And even this weekend, past weekend, I was just not feeling the same. But, I'm glad it's all gone.
Did you ever
Usually it
try
takes
that,
more.
going out and standing in the grass?
I did, but it was too late. It was like after 4 days, I was told, or 3 days.
I'm going to have to try that. That sounded. I can't remember who recommended that. Was that John or Michael?
Somebody, Patrick, yeah, yeah. I mean, SAL indicator is amazing for targets, especially also DRLs. Like I see now more attraction on the YM lower. I don't see much high. I mean, you see the immediate ones, the pink one or the magenta ones higher, but overall, the long term, I see them much lower. Often traders, what they would do in a day like this, they will maybe take a couple of trades, get stopped out, and they will continue trading to make it back. And then at the end of the day, they'll be exhausted, completely in a big hole. Um, it doesn't work like that, folks. If you don't see opportunities, don't take revenge trades. Leave it alone. Don't assume. Like, to me, that move down from that upper line on NASDAQ to the bottom of the arrow was almost guaranteed. I saw it, but I did not see a stop loss. So I thought I will let it go. And this is a great example of, you know what? Let it go if you don't have a good stop loss. Missing on an opportunity is a lot better than getting into the wrong opportunity or wrong trade, right?
Exactly. Why do most traders fail? They blow out their accounts. They do the revenge trade.
Yes,
And there'll be days where you pull off a couple hundred ticks and you just say, I'm done.
that's it. Yeah.
Set your goals, guys. That's the big thing. Set your goals. What you want to do on a daily/weekly basis, and monitor yourself. Just to reiterate what Simon, you don't see a lot of his dynamic reversal levels or his power lines on here, but you see the SAL indicator.
Yeah, the reason
Understand?
I don't put the power lines on here, Daryl, is because they create um, distraction. Like
Confusion.
it's not,
Yeah.
you know, they would say, people would say, oh, that's too many indicators.
Yep.
But
It gets too big. It
yeah,
gets too busy, and that's something you guys will be able to do. But that what Simon's SAL indicator is a dynamic indicator, not a static, a dynamic. So it's not like other indicators that are backward looking. These are actual orders that are being put in there by the large institutions that are driving the market to that. That's why you see the magenta lines. You'll see them growing and appearing. Those are very important in trading, understanding where the volume is. That's why Simon really stresses understanding volume profile. The big institutions will trade at certain levels. Simon, you there?
yes, I'm here and I agree.
I'm gonna update my picture. If we catch some nice fish, I'm gonna update my picture with a nice fish on there.
Nice. Yeah, all I know about fish is how to cook them and eat them. I don't know much about fish. I mean,
Yeah,
fishing.
we'll get some walleye for you. You've had walleye before, have you?
I don't know. How does it look like? Yeah, yeah. It is a bit strong, right? Like salmon, like
It's a bit
taste.
stronger.
Yeah, I mean it's a
Yeah.
fishy taste. Yeah, which I like. I don't like
No.
light fishy. I don't like light tasting fish.
No. Yeah. It's no. It's good tasting. I mean, you'll enjoy it. Guys, I know we're coming up to the end of the hour here. And like I said, I'll be out of cell phone and reach. I
Email
don't think
too.
I'll even be on the grid.
Well, they can always email me if anybody's interested or if anyone wants to talk while you're gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it's just like an old mentor of mine once said, when you got a good thing, if you're hesitant, shoot holes through it. If it's still afloat, it's a great thing. And this is what we do day in, day out. Yeah, some days we have that are challenging, but shoot me an email, give me a call. I'm down to earth. I ain't going to sit there and pump you full of fluff, but I will tell you, if you want to take your trading to the next level and whatnot like that, we'd love to have you in the room. And
Thanks, Leo. Thanks, everybody.
yeah, sites fishing live 12 months at a time. Yep, Gary. We're gonna do some of the 12 ounces too. Little bird dog whiskey.
Aggies, John, Michael, Alan. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Daryl.
Thanks, Simon.
We'll see you folks tomorrow. If anything, I will post it on Slack anyway.
Yep.
Gary. Take care,
You guys
everyone.
have a great day tomorrow. Knock it out of the park.